Hello, XAV 018, reporting for another flight for another mission that I have taken with my virtual airline. And as you can see, I plotted myself a wee route out of Navigraph to transfer it into the sim. So I clicked all these wee waypoints. So I made it more or less on the sim as best I can, which I'll point you through just now. So we're starting at EGMD, and we've got these two waypoints coming in here. Then I think I tried to go past Brighton, sort of POI, but there's another waypoint in the moment first. Then that tail 2. And this was just a process to try and get me to come into that airport in a nice little area. So I wanted to pass by this tower on the way, and then this wee Milva looked as though it was the best way into runway 5, and then on the way we'll stop at Brighton Palace Pier. Okay, so let's get the plane up and running. And as you can see, I'm not opening my window today. It's a bit rainy in this area, so I think we'll keep it short. Yep, so let's get on the way, make sure everything's off. Yep, we're all good. So let's prime the engine up. I might be doing this all in the wrong order, but I'm just sort of using my own order at the moment. The battery's never on. And we'll start up the engine. If it lets me. There we go. I love that sound. I'm going to start doing that from now on, I think. Okay. As you can see, I changed my colour of my plane for the panels inside to see which one I liked. So let's stick these lights on. And I think I put my taxi lights on at this point as well, because I always forget about that. And then, okay, let's switch on our avionics. Get the Garmin's up and running. Look at that rain, look. Whoa, okay. Right, and then we'll just check this while we're here. No, it should be working in the sim. I don't see why it shouldn't be, but yep, just out of curiosity. I'm supposed to check another bit as well, but I've not done that. So I'll start doing it properly all the way through, but I'm just learning wee bits and bobs as I go through. So let's just get this Garmin up and running. As you can see, I've still got the working title thing installed. It seems to be working okay, and not doing much with my sim. It's just this little white dot bug I'm experiencing still, which I'm not bothered about. I've got the patience for it, so it's no problem to me. So I still find going out to chase cam every so often just to reset it seems to work just a bit. There we go. I'm just bringing this back to page 1 just so I can view my flight plan. I don't need to use a wee cheap VFR, but so hopefully that's okay. All looking good. The plan looks fan-dabby-dozy. I think I just zoom into the airport just so I can see which way I'm going to start taxiing. Right, let's set the flaps since the weather's rotten. Might help us. And let's go. I think I go at this point. Yeah, here we go. Look at this weather. Oh.
Ground Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee with Kilo request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee taxi 19.38 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 21 via taxiway Charlie Alpha Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Okay, so we've got our taxiway up and running since my co-pilot did all that for me. And then, I'm no stranger to this rain as well. It's up here in Scotland, we see this a lot. So, let's just get underway. I do like to taxi sometimes out in this view. Seems to help. I do go into the cockpit view as well. I'll just look over the bonnet. I do like it out in this kind of view for taxiing. To see what's round about. Listen to the wind. This is my favourite wee plane at the moment. Still loving it. What I'm thinking of maybe doing, I'll just do it coming onto runway. I'll tell you about that later on, but I've got a wee plan. Maybe a wee series that I might run. It's only a 4 or 5 leg flight, but I'll tell you about that a wee bit later on. Let's just get ourselves onto this runway. There's nobody here, so get ourselves set up.
Tower Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee at runway 21 ready for departure, self-departure.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee altimeter 29.68 wind 189er at 22. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21 Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Okay, so with all that in place, let's just check this message. It's all looking good. So let's set it for 6,000 transition, because that's what it did say in the mission, so we'll just go with that. Initial climb out. Right, everything looks good, so let's just do top down view. And look at that rain and first takeoff in rotten weather. So let's go. And we're off. Just the rate up, and I think I put my gear up round about now as well. You just don't see it because I don't come out to chase cam. Yep, there's the sound of it. And the flaps going up. Autopilot going on. Try and get it into nav mode. Got it in nav mode. I'm quite close to that line, so it should hopefully spin my plane round. Fingers crossed. Yep, there we go. It's picked it up. And we're off. Yep. I'm just getting used to my newly found drone cam settings as well, which is quite good. Yep. The weather doesn't look so great. We're still climbing, come above the clouds.
Uniform Zulu Yankee leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tower Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee frequency change. Approach Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee is type C182 RG 4 miles southwest of Echo Golf Mike Delta, 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee approach. Squawk 00 tree.
Squawk 00 tree, Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Uniform Zulu Yankee radar contact 5 miles southwest of Echo Golf Mike Delta, 3,300 feet. Altimeter 29.68.
Roger, Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Still not found that biting point with that EGT gauge, because I still don't see it really moving when I pull out that, so I think that still needs a wee bit of practice, but I just pulled it out a wee bit anyway, just to see in the long run and see if it'll help later on. Coming through the clouds, and hopefully we're leaving this horrible weather behind us. I think we're going to come up to a wee bit that I've just sped through, just so we don't bore you with the rest of the flight. So let's just fast forward. Now, as you can see, some of the weather is clearing, which is quite good. And what I've done here is I've stopped to look out for some vessels, because that is part of our mission at the moment, to have a wee peek and see if we can spot anything. And it was a good opportunity again to use these drone settings, because I learned how to fast forward properly and then find my plane afterwards, so which you'll be able to see, so that helps. It's all down to my favourite YouTuber once again. Shout out to. But yeah. So I'm glad all the rain's disappeared. We've now got a wee bit of sunshine, some sort of weather a wee bit. Hopefully I'm not making you too dizzy, because I think in a wee minute or two, when I try to come down to that wee pier, which was my plan, I kinda go down in a kind of awkward way. Yeah, we're down. Hopefully that wasn't too dizzy for y'all. Yep, so here we go. There's some of the vessels out in the water. And this is just from the standard sun, remember, I've not got anything else, other scenery, which is quite good. Oh, all looks good. Spotting all the wee vessels. Everything down there looks fine, so we don't need to report anything by the looks of things. And when you hear me talking about that, if you read the part of the description in the video, you'll understand what part of the mission was, because I just put the details of the mission down in the description instead of including it into the sim on this occasion. So it's mainly just to fly along the coast and report anything in sight. So there's my wee Y key, bring myself back to the plane. Yippee! I love that. Fantastic. So I think this is a nice wee opportunity to tell you about that little mini series I was talking about at the start of the flight. So these are achievements that you do with FS Hub, which can be completed with any airline. So by the time you complete 10 flights, you'll get this achievement, so on and so forth. But within all this section here, there's also some flight personal ones that you can do. which I'll just click onto the tick here at the moment, which is this one. So there were special events that happened throughout the year that only had a certain amount of time to do, which was these ones here, which unfortunately I now can't go back and do. But yeah, you can see some of the wee titles here. I think there when the Queen died, they decided to do a wee bit around London, which is quite good. So all these different ones here. So at the moment we can't actually fly any of these. We could click in one to see the details, maybe just fly it without the achievement, but I'll maybe leave that to a later date. So the ones I'm interested in at the moment, because the ones we can get any point in time, is these ones here. So this is all the flights you can do just in one wee journey, which will give you this achievement. But at the moment, what I'm thinking of doing is I'll complete all these eventually, because this is my aim, is to go through them all. But the one I'm interested in starting off with, maybe possibility, is the multi-flight ones, which means it's like multiple legs, so you do it over a certain amount of days. So they're going to take slightly longer than these single ones. But there's the route 66 round Scotland that you usually do walking or cycling or whatever. So this is going to be a brilliant opportunity to go around Scotland. So I think I might be starting this one first, and do this as a wee mini series. I think there's only 5 legs within it, and we'll get this achievement first. So hopefully, if you think that's a good idea, then stay in the comments below if you'd like to watch it. But just before I click onto that, these are the big airline ones that you get. I'm just going to leave the airline ones because they'll be long flights, so I'll leave them at the moment. They'll be the latest ones. And then these are daily challenges. You do get daily challenges every day, but at the moment, as people on Xbox won't be able to complete these because you have to have the recorded software in the background recording it. You can't use a manual PRP for this one. It's got to be a automatically one, so I'll never be able to complete that now. But I can go and complete all these, which is plenty to get on with, which is absolutely fantastic. So just before I go, I'll show you what the Scotland one looks like. This is the person that created FFS Hub, or one of the creators in FFS Hub. So it looks as though they've set out these courses for everybody. So you can sign yourself up by any airline with that and do these. You don't have to stick with the Xbox one, but because that's the one I'm using it now, and they seem to prove my purpose quite quickly, which is really good, and I enjoy that. So I'm going to stay with them at the moment. So yep, everything looking good. So just let you read a wee bit through. So I think this is going to be my plan, hopefully, is to do this one. And there's the little what's there, 5 legs, so it'll be each one of these going from these areas. So we'll start at Inverness and we'll finish at Inverness. So that sounds absolutely fantastic to me. So with that being said, we'll fast forward a wee bit until we go into the approach. So see you soon. So here we go, we've turned back again because we're coming up to the approach part. So weather's looking okay here, which is quite good because I don't fancy landing on that rain. So glad the weather's changed. And I think this is round about where that wee POI for that tower was. But I ended up, I think I started concentrating a little bit too much and I actually forgot to go and look for it. So I might do a return journey here sometime soon. Well, not soon, but a while, maybe a good while afterwards. And I'll come and hunt for it because I did forget all about it at this point. I think I'm just trying to bring the plane down just a wee bit further, a wee bit faster. I think I'm over speeding things as well, and I know that from the POH you can bring the first stage of flaps in anytime under 140 speed, so I think that's what I'll do soon, to start trying to slow it down, to try and see if I can get down to a good altitude to come in.
Echo Golf Hotel Foxtrot Traffic Bravo, Sierra Uniform, Zulu Yankee 5 miles east, 2,900 feet, inbound to land runway 05.
So that's us got the clearance to come in and land, which is quite good. And there's no ILSs or anything at this airport, so we've got to do things sort of manually. I did preempt and set my heading back towards the runway at this point as well, but as you can see soon I end up taking over manually because I didn't leave myself a longer approach in. Here we go, so this is when my flaps and everything get introduced. I think I try and reduce the power back a wee bit as well, hopefully, just to get us slowing down. I don't think I have brought the power down according to that gauge. I normally do. In this stage here I was just trying to get us to come down at a steeper rate because I was worried we were going to not be down low enough in time. I was getting issues there with the wee buttons, so I managed to get it, hopefully. As we turn around here, I think we start to see soon as we turn. Oh, there's my landing gear, get that up. I think I've put another stage of flaps in there again. So let's just get the landing gear up and ready. I think I put this second stage in a wee bit too soon, but I'm pretty sure at this point I realise that the runway is just right there underneath us. So let's just take over manually, and we're going to come down too steep and too high and too, so let's just abort and turn round. And this is where my manual skills is not so great because I'm still learning not to turn too fast, too quickly and all that jargon. do try and do a wee pattern, but I think when I'm turning around here the first time around, I don't leave myself enough gap round the pattern. Don't do it properly. Of course I don't. So this is my second attempt to come round. Yep, and we're too high, not far enough. So let's abort it again. Try and do a bigger pattern and a better pattern, hopefully. I think just as we come round here, I'm too busy trying to fly that I forget that I'm coming into stall speed. I think my warning goes. Yep, here it goes. So I've got to put my power in to get myself back up into a wee bit higher and out of stall speed. Adjust myself hopefully again, yep. Yep, and then we'll just come out to the sea. Try and do a bigger 90 degrees turn. It's technically 180 where the runway is, but I need to start looking at the window and judging this properly, my patterns. Instead of just trying to roughly gauge it. My concentration as I'm doing this is in abundance at this point, so certain things I do tend to ignore or forget. I'm too busy trying to sort myself out and land successfully. Oh, still not right, that'll do. It's just enough runway here that we can just sort of float down, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Time, we'll take it. Coming in. It's not the best approach in the world, but coming in and hopefully landed okay. Brakes on, flaps up, stop for the runway. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew. Well, I'm glad I've not got any passengers or anything in my plane because they'd be shouting at me for that kind of approach coming in there. I know I would be. I'd be hitting my pilot. Hey ho. So I think I just sort of come round here and I think I just take this first wee section here. It might not be the best parking spot. There's my details there if anybody is interested in looking at it. I just take this wee bit here and I just park. So I'm not going to use ATC. And down, and that's the main thing. We've not crashed, we've not done anything, so say that's more or less okay. Just as we pull up here, put the parking brakes on. We'll try and get this little plane shut down. Looks good. Yep. Let's see. Nothing wrong with my plane. Right. Let's see if this is going to work for us this time again. See if we can get this to work. Come on. A little bit. Right, one, another one. Yay! First time. And let's shut it all off. Perfect. And at this point I realised I didn't actually flipping change my taxi lights and my landing lights, but we'll switch off the Garmin's and everything anyway. I forget to turn off the lights and things as well, because I didn't use them all the way through, which I should have done. But switch the batteries and everything off. Let's just turn the ignition off this time, I've not forgot that time. Yep, everything looks good. Yep. Let's just take my pilots out. I was trying to put my covering things on as well, but as you can see, it doesn't let me. There's probably something I've forgotten or not done, no doubt. So we'll leave that for another time. Probably the power or something, I don't think I've changed the fuel tanks or anything. Switched the fuel tanks off, and that's maybe why. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed yourself on this little flight. Yeah, well, just leave it. Stop playing about with it. I'm pretty sure it was the fuel because I've not got the fuel switch off. But yeah. So, hope you all enjoyed yourself and had fun. And until the next time, I shall see you all soon. Happy flying, everyone.